is not much I like about this build. I know I've left a pretty scathing review of this build, so y'all don't need to roast me in the comments because I've already roasted it enough. Hi, hey, hello, my name is Sarah, and today I'm going to be building a house in the shape of a letter of the alphabet. This is a series that I do on this channel because I'm actually not good at building houses in The Sims 4, so I build silly builds on purpose. I have built houses in the shapes of the letters A through N, and today we are up to the letter O. The purpose of this series is to not actually have a good house. It's supposed to be a little bit silly. It is supposed to be functional though, and it does make me use items that I would not normally use, because for every single house that I build in the shape of a different letter of the alphabet, I use build and buy items whose titles start with that same letter of the alphabet. So for example, for the letter D house, I had to use this toilet bush as the toilet for the house because it was the only toilet that started with the letter D, being the duty calls toilet bush. So with that being said, let's jump into The Sims 4. I'll show you the shell for this house and then we'll get into the speed build. This is the letter O from top down, and the roofing on this one is also a little bit interesting. I wanted to try my absolute best to use curved walls because I've never used curved walls in any of the builds so far because we didn't have curved walls for the majority of them. But now that we do have curved walls in the game, I want to start implementing them where I can, and I definitely wanted to do that for the letter O. So because of that, roofing on curved walls is incredibly freaking difficult. So I had to use these round pieces and then tie them together with some straight pieces. It took me like 4 or 5 different goes to get to this point. Is this actually accurate? This is slightly not accurate to what it ends up being, but you'll see how it ends up being in the speed build. You'll see me change it. So we do have a front door off the bottom here, and we've got this kind of study nook over the side here into the lounge room here. I do have a wall that sections off here. We've got a closed-in kitchen here and a closed-in dining room here. So then we do have a bedroom up here and the bathroom that goes with that bedroom. Up in this corner again, another bedroom with the bathroom that goes for that bedroom. And then on this side, we've got what I was thinking would be like the parents' bedroom, the main bedroom, and an ensuite bathroom here as well. So each bedroom has a bathroom, and that's amazing. It couldn't be me, but it's totally fine. So with that being said, that is the floor plan of the letter O house and the roofing. Trust me, it took me so long to get to this point. It's the best that I could do to accommodate the curved walls. Don't hate me for it, please. But with that being said, let's get into the speed build. And honestly, you guys, I'm not really a big fan of this build. It's kind of a funny thing with the alphabet build series. Sometimes it goes really, really well and I like the outcome of it, but this one, I don't really like the outcome of it. I had some really great options with the subway tile that I had, the brick that I was able to use for the wallpaper, but some of the other wallpapers are really not that nice, especially for the outside. I had to use the ruins from frickin' Jungle Adventures, the ruins wallpaper, and I don't really like that, and I don't really like the wallpaper for the bedrooms either, but that's the options that I had that started with the letter O, so I had to use them. The windows are interesting. It's just, the thing is, I don't have a vibe for this house. I can generally get a little bit of a vibe for my alphabet builds, and this one's just all over the place, and you'll even be seeing that in the speed build. I'm kind of here, there, and everywhere, not really sure where to begin. Even when I'm placing items, I'm just like, where am I putting this? I have no idea. I'm just all over the place with this one because it was so hard to try and make this look kind of decent. I still struggle with that, even though this isn't supposed to be a good house. It's just supposed to be functional, and it is supposed to be in the shape of the letter O, using items whose titles start with the letter O. So that being said, it is what it is. It's not great, so if you're expecting it to be great, throw that out the window, please, because it's not. But it is a house in the shape of the letter O, and it was still fun in its own way to make. I actually had a lot of fun furnishing the little middle section, the hollow section of the O, but there's a little ways to go till we get to that point. At the moment, I'm struggling with window placements and putting windows on curved walls because there is only one window that fits this kind of curved wall that starts with the letter O, and it was the octapane. So I had to use that window. Thank God we even had one that started with the letter O, because otherwise I wouldn't have even had windows for the bedrooms, and that would have been an interesting time. But I am trying to expand my boundaries when it comes to building, and doing things like curved walls are not something I'm really comfortable with at all. So using them in this build, and I have used curved walls in a couple of builds recently actually. So look at me go, expanding my horizons. But you've seen that I've sectioned off the kitchen and the dining areas now, so they've got their own respective rooms. I'm getting kind of tired of having open plan spaces. I do a lot of open plan living, dining, and kitchens in my builds, and I'm kind of getting tired of that. I wanted something a little bit different. We unfortunately didn't have a lot of main staple furniture for this build, so we had enough, but there wasn't enough to have a full set of everything. Like, the kitchen isn't fully decorated. As a matter of fact, there's not even a stove or an oven that starts with the letter O. However, there is the OmniWaver microwave, so you can cook quick meals in this kitchen, but you cannot cook anything that requires a stove or an oven. I also struggled with laying out the entryway and the study area and the lounge area specifically. Oh my goodness, because we had like the most uncomfortable looking couch that I've ever seen in my life that came with Realm of Magic. It looks like it's so uncomfortable. And then we didn't have a lot of space to even have a lounge room, so I kind of just tucked it away in this little corner and hoped for the best. It ended up working out a little bit more when I was finishing the hollow part of the O, when I got the lounges out there, and then realized that that chair that came with the lounges would work really nicely in the lounge room. We've got a pool in that hollow part of the outside as well. Really fun. So that is the speed build actually complete. As per usual, I showed you very little because I never show you very much of the actual builds in the speed build. I leave all of the decorating and stuff until it's actually done. So with that being said, we are going to jump back into The Sims 4, and I'm going to show you the letter O fully decorated. So this is the letter O house from the front. I know you're going to be seeing there's a lot of greenery, a lot of trees. Honestly, I tried to cover up the outside as much as I could. So this is what you see when you walk through the door. Now, you might be noticing straight away, if I look up, there's some interesting stuff happening with roofs, because the roof shingle that started with the letter O was this ornamental or ornate or whatever, something starting with O, glass roof. So we've got the entire roof is of glass, and then there's some funky things that happen with the sections. It's not my favorite. It's not the best. It's fine. We just had to go with it. But this is what you see when you walk through the door. This honestly isn't bad. I don't mind this view right here, but there's not much else that I like in this build. So with that being said, over to the left, we've got a great big empty space. But if we take a look back this way, we've got a little desk area. Again, a great big empty space. A desk area, a little lounge sort of area, because this was the only place that I could think to put this TV. So we're going to come back over this way. Through this door, it takes us to the outside, which I might actually do first. So we're going to go outside into the middle of the letter O here. And here we have the little pool area with some lounges and a nice little couch. This space isn't the worst. I've definitely had weirder spaces in my alphabet builds, so this isn't the worst. And then you'll be noticing that there's actually another door off here. This is access to the bedroom that is in the top corner of the letter O. Kind of weird that you've got to access this bedroom from outside, but that's fine. It's just the way that it is. So when you walk into this room, this is what you see. I kind of pictured this as being like a teen male bedroom. The wallpaper is absolutely makes me want to just vomit, but it's fine. It was blue, and I wanted to go with a blue theme for this bedroom. So just ignore the wallpaper because the rest of it isn't too bad. And then through this door here, we've got the bathroom that is in this space. Oh my god, it's so empty, and it's also just so bad. The only decorative thing we had for a bathroom was this little toothbrush and toothpaste holder. That's the only decorative thing we had for bathrooms. We didn't even have a mirror that I could use in here. It's not my favorite. Just keep in mind, I don't like this build. I don't like this room. We're gonna go back outside to then go back inside, and then we can take a look at what is through this door here, which is what I deem to be the parents' bedroom. So they had a red theme for this one. This wallpaper is a little bit better in this swatch, but I still don't really like it at all. It's also pretty cluttered in here and pretty cramped, but again, that's the way that I kind of needed it to be for this build because I didn't have much to go with, so I just needed it to be a small room and then to just pack it out with what I did have, which really isn't very much at all, but it does the job. So with that being said, through this door is the ensuite bathroom for this bedroom. Again, incredibly freaking empty. But now we come through this door into the kitchen, and again, there is nothing for this kitchen. It is a great big long room of nothing pretty much. Yeah, it's not the best. It's not my favorite, but it is what it is. And then through this door, we've got a tiny little dining room. Again, this room is very, very small, but I just needed it to be a little bit cramped, a little bit small. What I do like is the room we are about to go into. This room is the only room in this house that I actually enjoyed putting together. The only room that I think looks okay is this girl's bedroom through this door here. So this wallpaper in this swatch is the only nice swatch in this wallpaper, and it looked really nice to be able to make this pink girl's bedroom. Just the vibe of this room actually does feel quite on point for what I was able to do with it. Considering what I had to go with, there wasn't a lot. I feel like it works. The best room of this house by far. And then through this door, we have the bathroom that goes with this bedroom. So again, incredibly freaking empty and not the best. So then this is the letter O from top down, and you'll be seeing what I mean about the glass roof. You can kind of see through to the house. I've had to use glass roof before in the letter D house, also had an all glass roof, so it's not the first time and it may not even be the last time yet, but this is just the top of the letter O, and I just needed to cover up as much of the outside as I could because I didn't like it. There's not much I like about this build. I know I've left a pretty scathing review of this build, so y'all don't need to roast me in the comments because I've already roasted it enough. But with that being said, if for whatever reason you would like to download this house and have it be a part of your game, maybe you have a little new crest full of all of my alphabet builds and this is another one to add to your collection, you will be able to find it on the gallery. My gallery ID is sezrawrr, the same way that it's spelled here, just no plays on the end, and you will find it under letter O house. Now, as per usual, it does use a lot of packs because I am filtering through every single object in the game to be able to furnish these houses, so it does use a lot of packs. That's just the nature of this challenge. I'm really sorry about that. So it is 3 bedroom, 3 bath, pretty expensive considering it's not even a nice house, but that's just the way it is. You just can't win them all, and this one is definitely not a win. But you guys, that's all I've got for this video of building a house in the shape of the letter O. The letter P is next, and I'm actually a little bit excited for the letter P. It's going to be a little bit different, I think, and I'm kind of excited for that. So if you would like to see that or any of my other Sims content that I've got coming your way, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell next to it to be notified of every time that I upload. And if you liked this video, let me know by hitting the like button down below and leave me a comment as well. Let me know what your favorite part of this build was. Do you even have a favorite? I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't. My favorite, obviously, is that girl's bedroom because it is the only nice room in that entire house. But with that being said, you guys, I hope you're having the greatest day ever, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!